Hello friends, in this video we will try to discuss one of the Scala interview question. So the question is create a program to find the last element in a given list of elements. So this particular scenario we will try to achieve by using a built-in function called last. So we will try to see that into practical now. Right now we are in IntelliJ IDE. Let's try to create a Scala object. Now we are creating the object. So once we create the object, then let's try to create main method. So we created the main method as well. Now we need to initialize the immutable list. So by applying a val, we are going to create the immutable list of some random integer values. Let's try to take comma 8 comma 10 comma 20 comma 70 comma 90 comma 60 comma 50 comma 40. Okay, so val represents immutability in the sense once we assign the value it cannot be reassigned or altered. Now so we initialize the list. Let's try to print the list. Original list is okay. Now we will try to display the value of this particular list using for loop. Displaying the value of my list using for loop. Now let's take my list dot for each. Now let's assign access int and then print x space and then close this. Now let's call the last function. Now let's apply println. Let's try to take this into different line. Last element is my list dot last. So what we are trying to do here, created the main method, then we created the created the object and then main method, and then we have taken a list and then we are creating a loop for the list and then we are fetching the last element. So this program should run and display the last value in the list which we specified, which means 40. Now let's try to run this program and then we'll see. See, it is displaying last element as 40. Now in order to test another scenario, let's try to remove this and then we'll try to see this. This time it should display 50. So this is working as expected. So we have tested this particular scenario for integer type. Now let's try to implement the same scenario for the string data type. Now let's try to remove this list of string equal to list of, let's try to take a sample string. Rama is a good human being in the Earth planet. So we have taken a string data type now. Now let's try to remove all the content. Now we are going to display the last value of my list using for loop. Okay, now let's try to apply for loop element. Now my list dot last. So now print element. So this for loop, right, this element should bring the last element, means planet. They should print the planet, that is the expected. So it is displaying planet. Now let's try to remove the planet, and then we'll try to see. This time they should fetch the earth. Okay, this is working as expected. For the string data type we are applied the for loop. Now we'll try to print directly by calling the function without looping. Now let's try to see how to achieve this. Now let's say println last value in the list is my list dot last. We can straight away apply the last function to the list. So this will fetch the last element. We are getting the earth. Now let's try to remove this earth, and then we'll try to see. So this time it will fetch the. So this is how we can able to use the last function for the various data types. So that's all for today's, guys. If you really like this video, please do subscribe, like it and share it, and please do the comment. Thank you, guys.